Good morning. I'm J.V. Brock. I get to be the judge of this fine, outstanding show here. And just to throw a few words out there about the importance, I think, of a roller show. And of course, the main thing is the camaraderie. And to see how your birds match up in the show pen against other birds. And I think the main thing, though, would be the camaraderie. And that's why I enjoy doing this. Get together with a bunch of people and hang out, show a few birds, have a few sodas, buy a few raffle tickets, and just have a good time.
All right, Big John. And get some good information, right? All right. Hey, Big John, can you briefly tell us a little bit about the National Fraternity? Because, it's all the way live right here. You're going to be judging right here, John, but you also are hosting the National Fraternity. Can you give us a little bit, John?
All right.
Go ahead, shoot. Tell us about the National Fraternity.
Oh, okay. Well, we used to have an event here years ago that ran for about 10 years with California Classic, and a good friend of mine up in Idaho, Kenny Billings, wanted to revise that. So we're calling it the National Fraternity Classic Fly, and it's something we're going to start it in May. All the entries, we got 50 entries. They're all closed. We're going to do a lot of internet stuff. The auction will be on the internet. It's something that you guys might want to follow. And I'm hoping next year we can get a few more of those events going across the United States. Again, got to try to pick a place where we don't have a lot of BOPs. That's the main thing. California is getting to be tougher and tougher to fly pigeons. And Kenny's in Idaho, and so far, so good in Idaho.
All right, Big John, how about a little shout out to some of the guys out there all over the world, especially the guys in England out there, John, and some of the guys out there?
Well, congratulations again to Heine Biker for winning his 4th World Cup fly. And, Europe's hard to deal with. In Africa, they fly in the winter, we fly in the summer. The guys in England are starting to get falcons now, so maybe things will get more on an even page. But I think we got to do a little catching up, get serious, and start flying some better pigeons.
Okay, later on today, I'm going to try to focus on ideal type, and we're going to talk about certain colors that the birds have. We also have Richard Apodaca right here, one of my best friends in the roller fancy. Richard, give a shout out to some of the people out there that maybe can't make it, Richard, because we're going to place this in Roller World and also in YouTube. A couple of shout outs to some of the guys out there. Maybe Alberto Diaz. Would you like to give a shout out to Alberto Diaz this morning? All right, go ahead, Richard.
Hello, Alberto. Sorry you can't come, man. Maybe you will. I hope you do. But for those that can't be here, we miss you. We love the camaraderie, just like John says. That's the main thing, is people get together as friends and enjoying the hobby together.
All right, we're good. Okay, we're going to get started with this, John. All right, we'll get a hold of you later on after each competition show, Bird, okay?
My name is Johnny Red. I'm the promoter of the LA Classic Bird Fly Contest. I got the idea from the California Classic. We used to do several years back. They had the California Classic, which I enjoyed it very much and thought it was a good idea. So I decided to have the same thing but on a smaller scale. So that's why I named it the LA Classic. We started out with the LA County Best. But then I had people in the other counties that wanted to participate. So I changed it to the LA Classic. That way I can reach out in other counties and other places for people that wanted to enter the contest. I had 2 years already, and it's been very successful. Both years have been successful, and the idea was each member put in 2 birds for $150 a bird, and they had first, second, and third place prizes. The first place was $600, the second place was $500, and the third place was $400. This year's winner was Slim, he Outlaw Roller Club. Second place was Slim, Outlaw Roller Club. And the third place was Andreas Avita and Terry Duncan. They tied for third. Okay. I stuck with the 15 people because, it's very hard to please everybody. And I stayed with the 15 because I still wanted to deal with my birds also. Milton Rudd did it back several years ago, the last time they had the California Classic. And he had to get rid of all his birds because he took in so many birds, you know. And then, you know, the more people you got to deal with, the more problems that you're gonna have. So that's why I kept it down to just 15 people, 2 birds apiece. The LA Classic, the last couple of years, this is I only had it 2 years, and it turned out to be a very successful endeavor. You got people that wants to get into it, and try to handpick the people. The less problem, the better. You know, you don't want people to get in there and at first they're gonna say, well, you mistreated my birds, you didn't take care of my birds, you don't know what you're doing. You have all these things, you know, in the world. You know, and we got into these birds. It's supposed to be to have fun. You know, that's the main thing, to have fun with these pigeons. You know, it keep you out of trouble. And young kids that's in the gangs and stuff, it keeps them out of gangs. You know, it's just keep the older people out of the streets, and it's just a fun endeavor, you know. So,
I get you. Awesome.
Let me see, what else can I...
Well, I can mention this here. We talked about even if you don't win, by participating, you get a chance to fly against the best. Your birds get to fly against the best. You know what I mean? And with the BOPs, this is a good thing. You know what I mean? You're retired,
Yes, sir.
so you get a chance to fly those birds at good weather, good time, and so on and so on. Because here in Southern California, we got the BOP problems, but still, Johnny Red persevered.
Yeah. Well, you learn a lot by different people's birds also.
Okay.
Like I'm a firm believer, if a bird is a champion bird, you say it's a champion bird. If it's a champion bird, he should adapt to anybody's training, and he should adapt to almost anything, you know, if he's a champion. You know, some people say you got to feed your birds this, my bird eat this, my bird do this. You know, to me, that's not a champion bird. You know, if your bird is a champion, you put him in, and he didn't do it. You know? But one other thing I mentioned, like the people that put the birds in, we have a show and an auction at the end of the show. After the end of the fly, they have an auction, and we auction the birds off. Whatever the birds sell for, I keep half, and the participant keep half.
It's all good.
So it's been all good, pretty good.
Who was the final judge to judge the birds?
I think the final judge was Burnett Blue Leaf. We had 9 flies, 9 different judges.
Okay.
We had Kevin Adams judge once.
Okay.
Terry.
Like a panel of judges, huh?
Yeah, 9 different judges.
9
different judges.
Yeah.
Ricky Arnold was one.
Guys with a lot of experience doing
Yeah,
it.
pretty much.
Okay.
I try to get somebody that at least have a basic knowledge of birds. You know, when I first started, a lot of people was complaining about if you judging the individual judge, you got to judge the individual bird. You got to go with this and that. It wasn't like that. It was just like just finding people that's got a little understanding of pigeons and telling them to pick out the best 3 birds that they like. I tell them, like, pretend you got 17 birds in your kit and you want to make a 20-bird kit, okay? And you come to my house and I'm flying my birds and you need 3 birds. Which 3 would you pick out? And this is how the judging was done. Okay, the first place bird got 3 points. The second place bird got 2 points. The third place bird got 1 point. And at the end of the year, we total up all the scores, and that's how the prizes was awarded. Okay, like a couple of years in a row, one guy flew. A couple of years back, Arnold Jackson flew, and his birds only flew twice. But they put up such a show in the first 2 flies until they accumulated 6 points. And after the second fly, he was no longer there, but he still won second place prize because the bird had accumulated 6 points and nobody passed the bird.
Okay.
So I did this mainly because it keeps people interested to the end. Like you put your birds in there and you lose your bird after 3 flies and your birds got scores, so you still keep your interest till the end.
Okay. Okay, as we're coming to a close real quick here, you want to give your telephone number just in case people want to get a hold of you or maybe they want to participate?
Yeah, you can.
All right,
well,
then go ahead.
Well, and the participation part, I kind of like handpick the people.
Handpick the people, but they can call you up.
Yeah, but they can call me anytime.
Okay.
At 323-777-6615. And I like to, in my closing, say, I try to pick the people that's going to make it.
Okay.
That's going to make it fun. No troublemakers. I try to do away with the troublemakers.
Yeah.
I can only have 15 people, so I handpick the people.
All right. Thank you, Johnny Red. Earthbird 1 right here all the way live now, okay? Hey, listen, you already know that John Vandenbroek and Kenny Billings and them are going to have a national fraternity. That's big.
Yeah,
and
that's a good
people
job.
are going to get a chance to fly against the best, and they're even thinking about having 3 locations possibly in the future. And I'm telling you, if this thing takes off, might even in the future have kit competitions in that area. We're not just going to have individual birds. It's going to be kit competitions, but it takes a few good men to do it, Johnny Red. And I want to thank you for being one of those few guys, all right? You shine on, brother. All right.
This
Hey, what Richard? 592. 592? We need somebody to be riding first, second,
Hector Koya, please report to the front.
First, second, third, and fourth.
All right.
Okay, these are the hens. First,
Okay, well, I don't know.
second,
I
and
know
third.
That's one of my dog checkers right there, John. The other bird from Montoya is on no read, so this one I'm not sure about. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's start it off. He's got some really good birds. 9, 8, 5, 7, 9. Who's got 8, 5, 7, 9?
Feather's too hard.
Everything left over yesterday. Now I do.
How you doing, Robert? Robert, how you doing?
Starting out with Spanky's got 50 on this one. Himself. Okay. We got 50 on it. Can we get 55? Can we get 55? No, just one. Just a little red. We're going off the little red right now. You guys all know how good Spanky's done. You guys can look him up. He's done very good. Able to borrow a bird. Can we get $60? We got 55 here in the front. Can we get 60?
I'm done.
Okay, John, go.
Well, look at the temperament on this bird. I mean, it's just freaking amazing. Look at that. I mean, the temperament of this bird is fantastic. Look at this.
Yeah, she's great. John, can we get you to talk a little bit about her type a little bit, as much as possible?
All right, I picked this hen as the grand champion for her personality, for one thing. The young hen is also tremendous, okay?
Okay.
These were the two best birds in the show, these two here. And this bird, the feather quality is so soft, she floats through your hand. Look at the cupping in the wing. Look at it, just a wonderful bird. Good solid back where you press on the back and it doesn't all cave in. And the keel setting, it's like what Bill Pitts used to talk about. The apple body fits right here in your hand like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is one of the nicest birds I've had in a long time.
All right.
And she loves me. Young hen, I would have picked, if it was second place, I had to pick a cock, I would have picked this hen. The reason I gave the notch to her, of course, she's mature. This hen's not quite mature, but what a nice little bird. Again, that wonderful feather that I like, that slick feather. I mean, if I ever judge a show and you would have put a bird in, put the slick feather birds in. I just love that kind of feather quality. Look at, again, the cupping of the wing. Just a sweet little
So it's
bird.
got everything that you look for.
It just, I gave her the nod because she loves me. I mean, outside of that, she's the old hen.
All right.
But this is a wonderful little bird. I'd be proud to.
Cape bird. She will be in my stock though, so it's not even a question about it. But it's a Cape bird. Probably some of the best stuff I've been flying for the last couple of years. At maturity, like maybe like 2 or 3 years old, I think they can hang with anything. Well, I've proven it a few times, but you'll see more of these in there.
All right.
I'll be back flying next year.
Okay, Keith. Thank you, huh?
Good job, Keith.
Oh, this is one family, the old band.
Okay, man. Thank you. You're the champ. Grand champion. Pretty humble, too.
Again, what I like, again, it's got that look through your hand thing. Look at how gentle
Pink
the bird
ticket,
is.
29-23.
Temperament.
I love
2923.
temperament on pigeons. I don't like them to bounce off the walls and stuff.
Pink ticket, 2923.
This bird, the hen, I gave the hen a notch up.
Going
I think
once.
the hen was a little bit better
29-23.
feather quality than this bird had.
Going twice.
But I wouldn't be afraid of this bird for no means
2923.
All right.
I think this would be a great little stock.
Gone.
Or he already is. Yes.
Okay, John. Thank you.
And very buoyant. You know.